And now Derek Jeter is in a fight to remove the statue in center field. I mean, it's never ending. This story is just crazy. In this story, Derek Jeter, understandably, wants to get rid of that garish, ridiculous, oversized, cartoonish statue in center field where there's cartoon Marlins and laser beams and smoke and water and palm trees and flamingos. It looks ridiculous. He wants to get rid of it. But because the piece of art was commissioned by Miami-Dade County as part of a tax-funded sculpture and ballpark, you can't just tear it down. And he needs to get the official green light from the artist of the sculpture. Now, to me, this is kind of an easy solution. Just put it in a different part of the ballpark. Like upon entering the gate, you see that thing. And so it's not on TV every night. But you're honoring the sculpture. It's part of this whole thing. You just tell the artist, you know what? It's just not in center field, but every win, when we win a game, it goes off. Or first pitch, it goes off every night. And it's when you walk in. Or there's maybe an art area of the stadium. It is huge, I get it. But it's a brand new stadium. There's also a canopy top. You can do things outside. I mean, just put it somewhere else. So we don't have to look at it on TV every single night. But what you are doing is telling the artist, we think it stinks, we don't want it, take it down. And the artist is now saying, well, no, I built it there. It's supposed to be there. It was from the previous owner. It's going to stay there. So he's engaging in another fight he can't win. And I don't understand, isn't there a point where Derek Jeter has to weigh pros and cons of everything? Like, you just stripped the team down to the nubs. You just sold off all the players anybody cares about. You know you're going to stink. You already kind of look like the front man of a lame organization that took over with debt. You fired one of your scouts that had colon cancer. You're basically persona non grata. Can you wait to take down the statue? Maybe you want to wait until next offseason, glad hand the artist, the sculptor, make them feel part of things, and then be like, hey, so this is what we're thinking. Do you have to go in guns ablaze and just tear down everything? Now, I don't know how Marlins fans feel about that sculpture. I think it's hideous. But it's very Miami. It is the most Miami thing. And so maybe people from Miami think it's awesome. I don't know. Whereas your take on this sculpture, I feel like this might actually be something that you like.
I don't like it. I think it's ridiculous. I think they tried to come up with a more garish, I think is a word in the dictionary.
That is.
Version of the Mets apple, if you will. Or where, like, Bernie the Brewer would slide down on the slide. They tried to encompass all of that.
Sure.
And they tried to make it so Miami that it became so ridiculous and made Miami a joke. And I think if your team's already a joke, don't make further punchlines. And that's exactly what this sculpture is. Acknowledge that you're rebuilding. Don't make people laugh at you any more than they have to. Get this thing the heck out of there. I think the bigger joke is how much they paid for this thing.
$2.5 million.
$2.5 million for us must be nice. I sweated buying an extra box of donuts tomorrow for Donut Friday. These guys have $2.5 million as a county to drop on a ridiculous sculpture? I'm sorry. Get that thing out of the outfield. Cheats is right.
But isn't there a time and a place? Don't you have to pick your battles? Why is this now his next battle?
You know why? Because you might as well get all the battles done in your first offseason so that this way, when you eventually start going things right and they start winning, then you go, oh, now I'm taking the sculpture out. You don't want to continuously tick off people year by year. If you have this much going on,
just go in and piss off everybody.
Right. I love the idea if, like, you buy a house, right? Maybe you don't have the money to do this all at once, but, like, it's 20 years later and you still got to redo the kitchen. You're like, I really should have just took out that loan and got it done with. Get everything done as soon as possible and start living your life. Don't tick off people year after year with all this stuff. Just clean house. You fired the mascot. You dumped one of the stupid racing fish that they do. You're getting rid of everybody in the team anyway. Just getting rid of the sculpture too. Why prolong that? Dump it. Let's go.
Two things here. Aesthetically, this is problematic to me because this is colorful and crazy and weird, but none no other place in the ballpark is it crazy and weird. Like, it's all just a flat green all over the place. That should be the motif all across the ballpark. It should look like a fever dream when you walk in because that's Miami. So it's stupid that it's the only thing in there that looks that way.
So now you want to make the stadium more ridiculous?
Yes, if you're going to go ridiculous, go all out ridiculous. Everything should look like that. It should just be crazy fish all over the place.
Then we're crushing Jeter even more now because he's ripping down every wall in the stadium.
I'm saying that I think they made a mistake and that thing sticks out like a sore thumb because everything else is flat. Everything else is not eye-popping except for that stupid sculpture. Thus, the stupid sculpture looks more stupid. But if I'm Derek Jeter, I want to play to the crowd a little bit. I mean, do I need to come in and slash and burn everything in that stadium? That might be the only thing left that some fans want to go and see because they don't know anybody on the team right now.
But doesn't it say more about the Marlin fans that they get, hyped up about that thing that they want to see it?
I don't know if they do.
Here's an idea. I'm dead serious with this idea. Get rid of it. You want to, pay tribute at that stadium? How about instead of a rising apple, you have a rising orange since it's on the ground of the old Orange Bowl? And then you have something that pops when there's a home run, something for people to see, and there's actually a reason for it.
Well, I think Jeter's going to get rid of all the fun in that stadium. I think he wants to monetize the stadium, but in terms of baseball games, I think he wants to go steady, classic, dignified. We're getting rid of all the hocus pocus around here.
Okay, build a Marlins museum. Build a 1997 wing. I don't know. Just get rid of that sculpture.